This recipe is going to be sesame noodles with some spinach folded in and sliced seared tuna. So I've got 2 yellowfin tuna steaks. I do always freeze my tuna as long as it hasn't been frozen before I cook it, because I cook it so rare, and that way I know it's completely safe. The first thing I'm going to do, first of all, you want to be mindful of where the grain is, because that's how you will be cutting it, but you're going to be covering it with sesame seeds, so you may not be able to see the grain. So just know where it is before you start. Again, I don't like to compromise what I do, because I think it's good for you to see how I cook. Normally on a recipe like this, you would brush it with an oil, whether it olive oil, but I have my schmaltz, which you know I love. It's chicken fat. And I'm actually going to brush them with this. Sometimes I ask myself, what is it that makes something so simple so tasty? What is it that the chefs do that make it special? And it's usually some fantastic homemade hidden ingredient like schmaltz. So I'm painting it all over with the schmaltz, but as I said, if you don't have the chicken fat, you can do it with olive oil. In a bowl, I've got 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, and 2 tablespoons of black sesame seeds, and I've mixed them up. And I'm just going to coat the tuna steaks on all sides, so the edges as well as the top and the bottom. Press it down. I'm going to return these to the fridge until I'm ready to cook them. Okay, we're going to make the paste for the sesame noodles. In here, I've got 25 grams of toasted sesame seeds. I've just noticed how shiny I am. It's very hot. And they're in a mortar and pestle. Oh, I can hear them all crunching. And I'm just going to pummel them for about a minute. Well, it's not really... Oh, and as I'm doing it, it's just lovely. When you toast sesame seeds, you have to watch them like a hawk because they burn. You don't necessarily have to get it completely like a dust, but maybe do this for a minute. Just so you can see, that's the consistency of them now. There's a little bit of dust, there's a few whole seeds. Next going in are 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of water, and a splash of my favourite Asian seasoning, which is sushi rice seasoning. You can use rice vinegar, but the sushi rice vinegar has got added sugar and salt. Just a splash. Give it a stir and set it aside until we're ready to cook. I use the Itsu ramen noodles, and I have cooked them, I'll just show you, for 5 minutes, and I've drained them. I'm now heating a dry pan ready to cook the tuna. I had some... So I've cut the spinach leaves, but I don't like to waste the stalks. I've actually cut the stalks up a little bit smaller also. This is smoking hot. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to cook these for 40 seconds on the front and the back. So I've had to put my fan on. They've had 40 seconds on the front and the back. I'm now actually going to just do the edges, the sides, just for maybe 10 seconds each, and then remove them from the heat. They really don't need long. Next thing I'm going to do is put in the it's going to come to me in a minute. What's it called? The sesame paste with a splash of water, and give that a stir fry. So I put a splash of water in with the sesame paste, and I'm just going to let that bubble for a bit. There we go. And the noodles that I've cooked are going in. And you just want to get those coated in that lovely sesame paste. I'm going to put in the spinach and the finely chopped spinach stalks. I'm now going to just thinly slice the tuna, because I remembered where the grain was, and the grain was going that way, so I'm cutting across it. I'm just going to taste this, I can't resist. Oh my God. Let's plate this baby up. Some of these lovely sesame noodles. Beautiful. With the spinach. The sliced tuna on top. I am going to put a little sprinkle of Maldon sea salt. I'll stick it in there. And then this is the dressing that I made on yesterday's recipe. I thought actually it would be lovely just to spoon this over the tuna and the noodles. I can't resist coriander. It might not be appropriate, but I just want the merest hint of coriander. Might be a big turn off for some of you. Here we are. Sesame noodles with seared tuna. I'm going to go and eat that now. Cheers.